started.
Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Will here, Orlando-based flight attendant. Hope you are doing wonderful. I have so many updates for you and I am doing so many things at the same time that I have not found the time to actually sit down and talk to you guys. So I am very excited for another video. I am currently doing laundry. I am also meal prepping. I just finished putting this entire thing together. I also went grocery shopping. So I want to show you a few items that I got later on. I still have to pack because tomorrow I am going on a 2-day trip and I also need to talk to you guys about my schedule, how my weekend went, what was I up to, and what happened to my vacation that I was going on this week. So let's get to it. The schedules are officially out, so let me go ahead and put the brightness up here on my computer. And just to give you an idea of what I bid for, I primarily wanted trips. I knew that if I wanted to get trips awarded, I was going to have to work red eyes. I was going to have to ask for less days off. And also I needed to ask for less hours. Over the past few months, I've been playing around with the bidding system, and that's how I knew that I was going to be able to hold trips, even though there were not going to be the most productive trips. And they're not. Ultimately, you guys know that I'm a die-hard trip worker, and that's all I cared about, having trips, not turns. And for the month of July, I did not get a single turn awarded. Show of hands, everybody. We did not get any turns awarded. So I am very excited for that. When I didn't see any turns, I was like, oh, now if I want to work a turn, I can pick up a turn to get to my hours. But honestly, I don't know that I'll actually pick up anything. I might end up just working the 82.5 hours that I got awarded for July. With the trip that I picked up for tomorrow, I'm actually at 115 hours for June. So that kind of balances my schedule out for both months. I'm not super worried about the 82 hours. The trade board did open today, so I did see a few things that I could pick up and maybe trade for, but I think I'm just gonna keep this schedule the way that it is. To give you an idea, I did bid for 80 hours, got 82.5 awarded. My preferences were starting with 4-day trips all the way to turns. And on each line and preference, I did bid for the days off, which I did get every single day off that I bid for. I did get my first 3 lines, which included specific trips and specific layovers. Without further ado, let's talk about the schedules. I will say these trips are not the most productive, but I really don't care. I just wanted to have trips, have layovers. I miss going to the West Coast so much, and I miss exploring and just going around, and I was like, I need to do something different for July. Let's get to it, guys. Also, another thing that I did, I keep thinking of things. The last 5 days of the month, I had 5 turns, and I knew that the first was going to be my required day off if I wanted to work trips. So I strategically got rid of my turn on June 30th so that I could get a trip awarded starting July 1st, and it worked. So I'm telling you, every single month you learn something new, and you kind of get around the system to play the system a little bit for it to work in your favor. So now officially, let's talk about trips. Starting July 1st, I got a 4-day trip awarded. They're not necessarily fake 4-day trips because technically I'm working like the first half of the morning, because I get in usually at 6:30, 7 a.m. on all these trips. Actually, on the last day of every trip, I am working a red eye. That's okay, we're gonna do it. The trip starting July 1st is a 4-day trip, and we have layovers in Cancun and Las Vegas. I am flying the forward galley position for this trip, and the credit for the trip is 18 hours and 12 minutes. Again, I've worked 28-hour 4 days, 30-hour 4 days. These trips are not productive at all, but what did I want? Trips. And what did I get? Trips. I have a bunch of days off after that, and I go back to work on July 9th, and I have a similar trip as a 4-day trip, and we have layovers in St. Louis and Las Vegas. For that trip, I am flying the lead position. I didn't say the credit for the St. Louis Vegas, but that one is 18 hours and 32 minutes. They're all around the same credit. Again, have the day off on the 13th, go back to work on the 14th, and we have layovers in Cleveland and Phoenix. I am so excited for that Phoenix layover. It's a 23-hour, 20-minute layover. It was in one layover that I wanted to get awarded at least once, and I did get it. Flying lead position on that trip as well, and the total credit for that trip is 18 hours and 59 minutes. After that Cleveland Phoenix trip, I have another trip, and is a fake 3-day, and that one is a San Juan layover. That trip is really worth nothing. It is 9 hours and 48 minutes. minutes, but I'm going to take it because we want that non-tax per diem. Then I have 2 days off and I start another 4-day trip. This one is worth 16 hours and 45 minutes. Again, these trips are worth nothing. The layovers on that trip, San Francisco and Las Vegas. Altogether, I have at least 7 different layovers next month, and I am very, very excited to go to these places. The layovers are somewhat long. I wanna say they're all Cancun, St. Louis, Cleveland, Phoenix, and 2 Las Vegas are within the 20-hour range, 20 to 25-hour range, except for 1 Las Vegas, which I have 33 hours, and then the San Francisco is 14, San Juan is 15. That's basically the schedule that I got awarded for July. I'm so excited for this. I could honestly, guys, go into the trade board, try to swap, try to drop these trips, but I just want to have peace of mind, and I don't want to deal with any of that. I do have days where I can pick up a couple turns and kind of get to the 100 hours, but I don't know that I'm going to do that. There's just one day, particularly the 21st, where I feel like I could pick up like a 7-hour turn and potentially get to at least 90 hours. So I'll get a few hours with overtime, but for the most part, I'm just gonna leave the schedule the way it is. Not a lot of flights on each day, which is exactly what I like. I'm not trying to kill myself. I've been working my behind off these past few months, especially with the turns this month. Next month is all about layovers, not about the hustling. I'm not working the rest of the month, so my last trip is on the 22nd and I get back basically the morning of the 25th, and then on the 26th I have international vacation. I'm going to another country and I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna spend probably like 8 or 9 days in another country, and I am very excited for that. I'm also planning for other trips the rest of this year, so a lot of international traveling in the near future for me. I've probably said the word excited 45 times, so I don't want to say take a shot every time I said the word excited, but I don't know, maybe take a sip of coffee or something, which I haven't tried yet. Moving on to a different update, I was actually going to New Orleans this week with friends. However, one of them had an emergency and was unable to go with us. We decided to cancel the trip. Because I was not going on that trip to New Orleans anymore, I decided to look at the trade board and see if I can find a trip to work. And I found another 2-day trip, which I am going on tomorrow. Very excited that we get to have another trip this month. I thought that my trip era this month was done, but no, it's not. We get one more shot, and then I still have a billion turns for the rest of the month that I'm trying to swap for trips. But if it doesn't happen, it's okay. I'll just go work it and sleep in my bedroom. Now I have a TV, so I don't mind coming back and just chill, watch TV, sleep in my own bed, you know. Another update is last week you guys saw the video where I told you that I was going to work the red-eye flight that my dad was on. I might get a little emotional here, and Dad, I get it from you. It was very, very special. Why am I getting so emotional this early? I haven't even talked about like what happened. Truth is, I hadn't seen my dad in a few months, and my dad doesn't necessarily travel a lot. He does have a business back home, so it's kind of difficult for him to take a lot of time off and, you know, come here and visit me and spend time with me and my sister. My sister lives here in Florida as well, which I think you guys already knew that. Anyway, get to the airport, work the flight, everything's running on time. The flight was packed going there, but coming back we had over 135 open seats. So my dad did fly on my benefits, and we do have an option where we can buy a fare at a discounted rate. And because it's summer travel, I decided to just buy the ticket for him instead of having him fly the whole standby game. So my dad was sitting in 15D. The plane that we were flying on was a 321neo that has 41 rows, and I was flying in the back of the plane. So during boarding, there wasn't really going to be a chance of me seeing Dad when he walked on the plane. However, one of the gate agents is actually our neighbor back home in Puerto Rico, and she came on board, and then the cleaners were doing their thing, and she was like, "Oh my God, so nice to see you. I just saw your dad out there." And I was like, "Please don't tell him that I'm working the flight." She's like, "Okay." Well, in our area, we have dual deplaning and dual boarding. I wasn't sure if that was going to happen because it was a red-eye flight, so I don't know that they actually do it at nighttime. But long story short is that I saw when the gate agent told my dad to kind of like board from the back, and I was able to surprise surprised him and it was very emotional. It's a very short video, but at least I got his reaction. He walked in and like he saw me and then like he wanted to cry. He started smiling and then he hugged me and like we hugged, and he got to go to his seat and I got to check on him throughout the flight, and it was just wonderful. And then we spent a wonderful weekend here in Florida. We went to Daytona Speedway and we actually got to go to dinner. We did some shopping with my sister and it was just a wonderful time. On Father's Day, we got to do a little bit of grilling and we just sat outside and talked and just catch up, and it was a very, very nice time with my dad. And then yesterday, we drove back to Orlando. I dropped him off in the airport and then I finally came home, and that was the end of it. And hopefully he comes back soon to spend time with us, and if not, we'll just go to Puerto Rico and see him when we go there. And that was it. And now here we are. I just heard the washer machine beep, so that means it's done. I have to move it to the dryer, and then I have to go to the kitchen because I got some hard-boiled eggs going, and then I need to decide what I'm going to meal prep. So let's go ahead and do that now. Before we do that, let me quickly show you my room. There's a bench that I'm going to order that I'm going to put on this side so that I can put my luggage, and then we'll find something to put on that little corner. There's also a stool that matches the bench that I think I'm going to get so I can put in this little corner. I still have not decided what I want to do with this mirror, if I actually want to put it on the wall. There's like a little stand for a plant, but I really don't have plants, so we'll see what I do with that. You guys already saw my bed from a long time ago, and then that's my work area. But yeah, my room is slowly coming along. I took a really long time getting that done. We got them little hard-boiled eggs going. I think they're almost ready. Probably gonna give it like 15 more minutes. While we wait for the hard-boiled egg, I wanna show you some of my most recent finds that I've swapped into, because they are considerably more healthier than other items that I've been consuming. So these are the almond flour tortillas from the brand Siete. They're grain-free, paleo, non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, vegan. They're actually very good. You do have to keep them refrigerated or frozen. This 100% all-natural grilled chicken is very good. It's already cooked. You just basically have to heat it up, and it does have the instructions back here, and it's just 100 calories per serving, and usually like the serving is like 3 ounces. So this is perfect to pair up with the tortillas, or if you have a salad. I recently found these cauliflower hash browns, and also, which I ate this morning, these sweet potato hash browns. I did find these at Walmart, and actually most of these items I found at Walmart, but these are so good. Sometimes I just want to snack on chicken or something, and I found these real good lightly breaded chicken strips. They almost taste like the Chick-fil-A ones, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, not Chick-fil-A, but honestly they are a very, very good alternative. These are 2 snack options that are a lot healthier compared to like different chips and stuff. So these are the lightly salted baked green pea snacks. They're very good, 270 calories for the whole bag. Nacho cheese flavored popped protein chips. I've actually have not tried these ones, but I will try them tomorrow when I go on my trip at some point to snack on. 20 grams of protein, 150 calories, 4 grams of net carbs. So I am hoping that they're good. And that's it, guys. These are some of the items that I've been, again, snacking on. This ones I have not tried yet, but will tomorrow. And I just really love them. Food is meant to be fun, not boring. So if you are looking for healthier options, maybe try some of these. So I've not decided on meal prep yet because I'm a little bit conflicted. So the trip that I'm going on, you guys just saw that I was there, and it's actually Denver. I have another 24-hour layover in Denver. I promise we'll be doing different things on this layover. So make sure that next time you tune in to watch what we end up getting ourselves into in Denver. But as far as food goes, I do get an entree and a drink tomorrow, and then the next morning I get breakfast and like a coffee drink, which if you guys have not seen that video, make sure that you go and watch it so that you can see what I'm talking about. I am going to do hard-boiled eggs because I don't want to eat any other breakfast options, so I'll just probably have coffee. I ran out of turkey breast, and the craziest part is I was at the grocery store and I got tomatoes and lettuce because I wanted to do like a LT sandwich, lettuce, tomato, missing the bacon for the BLT. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Should I go to Publix right now and get some? Do you guys want to go to Publix now? I really don't want to go, but I also don't want to cook a lot, and I was set on those sandwiches, so let's go to Publix. I really did not want to leave my house, but we're gonna have to. I really don't want to cook now, if I'm being honest, but I don't want to buy food, so hopefully there are no good BOGOs, because I'll probably end up buying it. I'm a sucker for a buy one get one at Publix. All right, let's go. I've actually walked to this Publix before, but it's raining, and if it was earlier I probably would have walked instead of just driving. But anyway, left my house not even a minute ago, and I'm literally about to pull up. I always forget to bring a reusable bag, and I have like 20 of them at home. I generally always forget. That took me, what, 2 minutes to get here? Let's go get some turkey breast. See why I can come to Publix. I've actually spent like 15 minutes of my time looking for a jerky that didn't have more than 1,400,000 milligrams of sodium, and I couldn't really find any. So now I'm just gonna go through one last aisle to look for I don't know what, and then we're gonna go home. A whole $14 for two things. It's turkey breast. I used to be the one that would buy whatever was on sale, but lately I've been trying to really read ingredients. I've been spending the extra few bucks on buying items that are somewhat healthier than others, and so hence why I spent $14 on two things of turkey breast. But sometimes I really wonder what's going on in this country. Why is it like this? Came home super quick, got my lettuce, tomato, chicken breast, cheese sandwiches for tomorrow. Got the hard-boiled eggs done. They did suffer a little bit, but that's okay. Everything else is already in the fridge. Right now, I'm going to take the stuff out of the dryer and just go to my room and organize everything and finish up packing. I also have to iron my uniform. I think I still have more stuff. And I have to shave, because you know, grooming is important. Let me turn that off. Go in here, close that door, turn these off. Oh, and I still need to finish packing. It's gonna look a little bit orangey, but it's okay. I'm thinking I can wear this shirt. I recently got this one at H&M. If I put this thing over, I don't even think you guys can see with the light, but I do have the jean shorts I got in Denver last week. Hang on. I think this would totally look nice. Don't you guys think? I don't know. We'll see. This is definitely going to be one of the fit options. And then we'll see what else I end up packing. Because I'm just going to go out the once, then sleep, then wake up and go to work again. I'm not doing much in Denver. I get in at like noon. It's the exact same trip I did last week. So I get there around noon, and then I come right back the next day at like 8 or 9 p.m. This is the dilemma every morning. Do I want to use the zip up cardigan, or do I want to use a soft shell vest? Look nice or be comfortable? Which one is it? Do you guys remember how in the beginning of the video I shared with you guys that I'm going to be working red eyes all of next month? Well, I am actually looking for a sleeping mask because my window blinds are not the greatest, and honestly they don't fully close and I can't remove them. I've thought about just putting like a curtain over it. I can't throw a curtain in anything because it's too weak. So my thinking now is, if I find a sleep mask that I can potentially use, that it's, you know, comfortable, that's lightweight and stuff like that, I could probably use that because I'm going to be sleeping throughout most of the day. So I did find one. I don't necessarily like that when I wake up is missing. So I'm really going to need one to make sure that I am sleeping through the day and I am well rested. And especially before I go work on the red eye, not necessarily at home, but like I'm going to be in all these cities and I'm going to have to nap throughout the day. So, you know, how do you nap throughout the day and make sure that everything is like completely blacked out? I thought about that and I thought it was great to share. But yeah, guys, this is my routine every night. I basically, every night before I go to work, whether I'm going on a turn, 2, 3, or 4 day trip, I'm always making sure that my uniform is looking good. I cannot stand wrinkles, and I've probably said that a million times, so that you don't think I'm lying. This is the one I have, which is completely, you know, dark, but I wake up the next morning and it's like on the floor. So is it a me thing or what, y'all? Tell me, is it a me thing? Almost done with the last uniform piece so that I can hop in the shower and go to bed. I am so excited to go to bed early, and I hope that you enjoy spending the day with me, learning about, you know, what's been going on in my life, what's happening next month, and how my weekend went. I hope that everybody had a wonderful weekend. I know this video is kind of late, but happy Father's Day. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy spending time with me. Like I said, if you did, go ahead and smash that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We're less than 110 subscribers to reach 3,000 subscribers. And I hope that by the end of summer, we can reach 3K and we can celebrate together. I am going on a 2-day trip tomorrow that I am so excited to bring you along. So I'm going to see you next time for another adventure. Take care.
Yeah.